I know most of you in the room or on the phone, but I'd like to reintroduce myself. I'm Terry Udsero, and I'm the HR leader in this organization. And today I'm going to talk to you about two proposals that I've been talking to John about, our vice president, that I think we really should focus on this year as one of our goals for 2017. So as you know, last year we had our employee survey, and there was a recurring theme that kept appearing, and it had to do with employees feeling like they had a lack of input to goal setting or group problem solving, and they really felt that their managers lacked some skills in effective communication. And so what we thought about is perhaps trying to use this as a focus for this year. And then we also would like to hire an external consultant company to help us train our managers through these group processes. Now, imagine if John made all of our decisions and he didn't give us an opportunity for any input. If he created all of our goals, whether it was individually or group setting, that probably wouldn't feel like we're needed or that we're going to have any impact towards this organization or the company. But John doesn't do that. Instead, what he does is we have these weekly meetings. We have a project manager who creates agendas, takes minutes, sends out the minutes ahead of time, also has establishes a charter or helped us establish a charter so that we could have effective decision-making processes for things that affect our company. And we're also a cross-functional team made up of engineering director, the operations director, finance, HR, etc. So while I won't go into a great deal of details, because 3 days ago I did send you the presentation slides, so hopefully you had an opportunity to review those, I will go ahead and try and answer any questions that you have. So first of all, I did speak to John, and he thought it would be a good idea to bring this idea up here. What do you all think about having some training for our managers around effective group processes? Great, got a thumbs up, so we can move on there. So what I'd like to do is propose that we hire a company called the Braden Associates, and they are a consulting firm who can help us with establishing better group processes in the three areas that I've already identified. They're a company out of Massachusetts, and so I've had an opportunity to meet with their CEO and kind of talk a little bit about our culture. Some things that they can provide to us would be teaching managers how to define a purpose, how to create an invitation list, who are the right people to come to these meetings, whether to help establish goals or for effective group problem solving. Things like building charters, setting agendas, having action items and follow-up, the type of cadence for meetings. Do you meet once a week or once a month? They also have certified project managers who can teach us more about using the project management best practices process. And then they could also help us with meeting facilities and team building events so that people can help to get to know each other. And even look for nonverbal communication such as introverts or extroverts, or how to take data and how to analyze it. And when I talk about analyzing data, I'm specifically talking about like some reasoning where you pull up data and you draw a conclusion. There's things that we're probably familiar with around deductive reasoning, moving from general truth to a specific conclusion, or inductive reasoning, where you move from a specific statement to a general conclusion, or the most popular, which is example reasoning, where you actually take a real example and that's where you draw a conclusion. So they will help us with those types of analytical skills. They'll also help us with problem-solving methodologies, such as things that we might be familiar with. The Delphi technique, that's where we take, send out a survey or a questionnaire and we gather information so that we can analyze it. Or maybe the nominal technique, which is where you have group sessions, maybe a focus group, and you try to gather information. So they will teach our managers all those different types of techniques and when the best time is to use it, and then perhaps even establishing some project management best practices. So in order to do this, there is a cost, and the cost is $100,000 initially to help us with those 3 areas. It will also cost an additional $40,000 to train the trainer after we've identified additional people to keep this type of training going in as a sustainment process. And then for an additional $25,000, we can have their materials and we'll have the right to use their materials. We'll just copy them inside our company. And then for $38,000 would be for their travel expenses. So it would be a total cost of $203,000. So what I'd like to do is get your agreement today to go ahead and hire this consulting firm and then start working with them and with you and your teams for this type of training. Could I get an agreement? All right. Thank you very much, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.